Hello everybody, my name's John, a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to my latest video recipe. And in this one I'll show you how to make 4 of these incredibly tasty leftover chicken and Chinese curry pasties. And these are made from either store-bought or homemade puff pastry. Now this is a fantastic way of using up all of your leftover roast chicken or turkey meat. A really handy recipe, especially at this time of year. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. And the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Okay, let's get on with today's recipe. Okay, I'll start by making the pasty filling. And for the meat, I'll pull 400 grams, that's 14 ounces of breast and leg meat from what's left of this roast chicken that we had for dinner last night. Right, that's all the chicken I need for these pasties. And there's still enough on the chicken left over for the sandwich later on. For the Chinese curry, I use this concentrated curry paste for these pasties. And this is the brand I like to use. Not being sponsored, by the way. And if you want a more authentic Indian curry pasty, check out my spicy curry pasty video. I'll leave a link in the description below. Dip your curry paste into a bowl and break it up. Now pour on 130 ml of boiling water and stir until the paste dissolves. And a very quick mention to the channel's Patreon, PayPal, Super Thanks and YouTube's new membership supporters. I'll do the name splash and shout out a little later in the video. And to finish it off and thicken it up, get it into the microwave for 1 minute on full power. Right, give that a stir. It should now be thick and very smooth. And if you want to make it extra special, add a couple of tablespoons of double or heavy cream. Now all you got to do is add your chicken meat and mix it all together. Now get the bowl covered and allow it to cool. And I'll reuse the cling film, which is biodegradable by the way. And that's it for this incredibly tasty filling. Now set that aside for now. On to making the pastry. And this is exactly the same as my last pasty recipe. So for the beady-eyed out there, I'm using the same footage. Right, a quick word about the puff pastry. This first example is the store-bought puff pastry block, which is the right weight what you need for this recipe as well, 500 grams. Or you can use the ready rolled version, but unless you buy 2, you'll have very small pasties. But for this chicken curry pasty video, I'm using my very own homemade puff pastry. I have a full video on how you can make it yourself too. I'll leave a link in the description. But don't let anyone put you off from using store-bought puff pastry. Most cafes and restaurants use it these days. It's extremely good quality and convenient. And I'm not being sponsored, by the way. For rolling the pastry out, I'll be using our adjustable stainless steel rolling pin. These amazing rolling pins take all of the guesswork out of rolling your pastry out to the exact thickness. And for this one I'll be using the pastry spacer, which is the 1/8 or 3mm spacer. And these are available on the website if you're interested. You'll also need a large baking tray or cookie sheet. Dimensions are on screen. And you'll also need 4 pieces of parchment paper, and those sizes are on screen too. Time to roll the pastry out. First, dust the bench with a little flour. Now whatever version of puff pastry you're using, place it on the floured bench and give it a dusting too. Now simply start rolling backwards and forwards in straight lines. Keep turning and dusting the pastry as you go. What you're aiming for is a rectangle 30 by 36 centimeters or 12 by 14 inches. Once you reach the required size, sparingly trim off any wonky edges. Now divide the pastry into 4 equal pieces, and your sizes should be 15 by 18 centimeters that's 6 by 7 inches each. Now stack the pastry and the parchment papers together as shown. First a paper, then a pastry, and so on. Once stacked, they need to rest for 10 minutes, so get them into the fridge until needed. By the time I get the bench cleaned up, the pastry will be ready to put these gorgeous chicken curry pasties together. Before assembling these chicken curry pasties, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius, that's 340 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 3. Time to assemble these wonderful pasties, so get your pastries out of the fridge but just one at a time. Now turn the pastry perpendicular to the paper. Working on the parchment paper makes everything so much easier. Right, start spooning the chicken curry filling onto the pastry like so. Do your best to divide the pastry into 4 in your mind. Now get your egg wash, which is made up from 1 egg and a dash of milk, and brush all around the edge of the pastry. Now I like to add egg wash on this bit too, as it helps the filling stick to the top of the pastry when it's baking. Now carefully fold the pastry over the filling and line it up as shown. Use your bench scraper to get it started. Gently press all of the air out as you go. Once you're happy with it, give the whole pastry a good coat of the egg wash. If you can't use eggs, lightly brush the pastry with milk, cream or melted butter instead. Right, almost done. Now grab a fork and very gently seal down the edges all the way around the 3 sides. This seals the pastry and it leaves a nice pattern. OK, final job is to cut 3 vent holes in the top of the pasty. Using your paper, lift the pastry onto the baking tray. And that, folks, is the genius of working on parchment paper. You don't even have to physically touch the wet pasty. And there's absolutely no need to even grease the baking tray. And here's the other 3 all done and ready to bake. So get them into your preheated oven, which should be set to 170 Celsius, that's 340 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 3. Now set your timer for 30 minutes. And while those pasties are baking, I hope you don't mind if I give my latest book, Book 5, a quick shout out. This latest release features 12 all new bread recipes not found in any of my previous 4 books, along with even more brand new recipes for air fryers, pies, cakes and desserts, and much more. The book also includes interactive elements such as QR codes linking directly to step-by-step video tutorials for each recipe. And you'll find links for all 5 books in the description below the video. Right, time's up on the pasties. And they're looking fantastic. And the aroma from that chicken curry filling can only be described as mouth-watering. And what a beautiful shiny golden brown colour they are. Now I'll transfer them to a wire rack and let them cool for 10 minutes or so. And when I come back, I'll cut one open and have a taste. I'm really looking forward to this one. OK, it's been around 10 minutes, time to have a look at that filling. The puff pastry is wonderfully crisp, not soft and soggy like some outlets sell. And that chicken curry filling looks absolutely Moorish. Time to give it a try. And doesn't that look gorgeous? If you like your Chinese curry, you will absolutely adore these pasties, I promise you. And what a fantastic way to use up your leftover chicken or turkey meat this time of year. And so simple to make. These truly are absolutely delicious, guys, and I really hope you give them a try. Another big thumbs up for this one, guys. And as promised earlier in the video, here is the latest name splash and shout out list, including YouTube's brand new loyalty membership supporters. And they are June Svensson, Alan Hansen, Jens K3250, Charmaine Erskine, Dorothy Adcock, Jeremy Larkin 5867, Ken Fitzpat, Gail Nash Y2D, and finally M. Hamilt. And there's also one lady who wishes to remain anonymous. Thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.